Hi everybody. So in this video we're going to look at finding the midpoint of a line segment. So in example 1, we've been asked to work out the coordinate of a midpoint of a line joining these two pairs of coordinates. So if we look at part A, we want the point 1, 2, which is this one, and the point 7, 8, which is at B. So if we draw a line segment between A to B, we're going to find the midpoint of this line. Okay, so there's a few ways we can do this. We can either count across in the x direction from A to B, and this will have a distance of 6, which is the 7 take away the 1. So if we mark this on as 6 units, and then if we count up from the y value of A to the y value of B, well, this will also be 6. So this is the full distance. The half a distance will be the half of a 6 across and half of a 6 going up. And this will be 3 and 3. So we'll have this point, which will be at 4 and 5. So this method is quite simple, but it's more difficult when the coordinates of the endpoints are more complicated. So I want to show you another way of doing this, and this is by working out the average x value and the average y value of the two endpoints. So if we look at the midpoint and we consider the x values, well, the average x value, just like you would normally when we work out the average, we add up our samples. So we've got 1 and 7. So we'd have 1 plus 7, and then you would divide by your sample size, or divide by 2. And this will give us 7 add 1, which is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And we can do exactly the same for the y values. We'll work out the mean. So this will be the 2 plus the 8 divided by our sample size of 2. This will be 2 add 8 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our midpoint will have coordinates 4 and 5. So it's up to you which method you use. As we work through this video, I'll be using this method. Okay, so for part B, now we have coordinates 8, 2 and 0, 6, which is the two coordinates D and C. So we want to work out the midpoint. We'll begin with the x values, and we'll work out the mean average of these two x values, so 8 and 0. So the mean will be 8 add 0 divided by 2, which is 4. And the y values, well, this will have 2 and 6. So 2 add 6 divided by 2 will give us 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So the coordinate of a midpoint of a line segment between C and D is 4 and 4. And just to check, I'll show this on a diagram. And you can see our midpoint is exactly where it should be, 4 and 4. Okay? So do you want to try and work out the midpoint of a line segment between E and F? You can pause the video, and when you come back, we'll go through the work solution. Okay, so welcome back if you had to go. So we'll look at the midpoint by considering the x values, which are 6 and 3. So we'll take the average of 6 and 3. This will give us 9 divided by 2, which is 4.5. We'll look at the y values, which are 9 and 4. So we'll take the average of these two. This will give us 13 divided by 2, 6.5. So the average or the midpoint will be 4.5 for the x and 6.5 for the y. And just to check again, I'll sketch this on a diagram. And you can see the midpoint is exactly where it should be, 4.5 in the x and 6.5 in the y. Okay?